Hi, my name is David Cranen, and this screencast will help you learn how to take part in the Global Youth Panel debates. All our debates can be found on the Wave ingeniously titled All the Global Youth Panel Debates. To find this for the first time, enter with Public Global Youth Panel Debates, and there it is. However, the easiest way to find this in future when your inbox gets full, as it inevitably will, is to use folders. To create a new folder, click the plus sign next to the word folders in your navigation pane, enter the letters GYP, click return, and then drag the wave from the inbox onto GYP. And you can see it's in the folder. Of course, you can drag any other important waves to this folder too. Right, so we found the main debate wave. Now we want to get debating. The one I choose is the conference going to be a success? We call this the main debate wave, and it's made up of all the yes points, all the no points, and then a voting tool. To vote, simply click the header, yes, no, or maybe. Waves can get very confusing, so to make sure each one stays on topic, we ask you to debate individual points on their own wave and not on this wave, the main debate wave. Of course, these points are not comprehensive, so if you want to add a new one, feel free to suggest so in the discussion below. This discussion should be kept only to what points we want to add to the debate, and I hope you understand if we delete a blip that is off topic. This is never done to censor the debate, but purely to keep it clean. All the actual discussion takes place on the individual point waves. The one I'm interested in is leaders coming to the end of conference. Just as with the main debate wave, there are some rules we'd like you to follow in order to keep the discussion on this wave on topic and as clear for other people to read as possible. The first and the most important rule is that this blip, the top blip, contains the summary of the discussion. The discussion itself takes place underneath. I can either add my point to the very bottom of the wave, or I can reply to something that somebody else has said. However, what I actually want to do here is something we hope quite a few of you will do, which is to take the good points others have made and add them to the summary. Our goal is to create the best, the most robust and well-rounded arguments, and we do that by combining the thoughts of different people into one argument. So I think the argument that Ananda has made is a good one, and I'll copy part of it to the summary. This is very straightforward. I highlight the text I want to copy, right click, choose copy, then go up to the summary, click the down arrow in the top right hand corner, choose edit this message and paste it in the place I want it to go. The last thing I do is add a little message to Ananda's blip explaining what I've done. The last thing I want to do is some fixing. I've noticed that there's a word missing from the title. As this is the point title, I will also change it on the debate wave. And I also noticed an empty blip, which I'll delete. That's how you get involved. But before I finish, I'd just like to point out a few bits of etiquette. Please be very, very careful with other people's blips. Please don't change the meaning of a debate title or a point title. Finally, please remember there is no undo function in Wave. If you delete something, an entire blip or even part of one, it cannot be undone. The playback feature will provide some way of getting this back, but it's a slow and difficult process. And there are three last things. In general, err on the side of politeness when debating. After a conversation has concluded, it's okay to clean up other people's discussions as long as you're careful to preserve useful content. And if you have some useful information to add or need to make a correction, then you know it's time to edit. Thanks for watching. Please get involved.